Hello, everyone, and welcome to Introduction to Personal Finance. I want you to give yourself a pat on the back for taking the first step to learning about financial literacy. I know for some of you, it was not easy for you to get here. I am Eric Fitzpatrick. I'm married to my high school sweetheart, and together we have 3 wonderful kids. I'm a financial coach, not to be confused with a financial planner or an advisor. I became a financial coach as a way to educate and coach others away from financial stress, anxiety, and the feeling of being overwhelmed like we had for many years. I love to learn new information and I like to problem solve. I'm a go-getter and I'm fueled by green tea and carbs. This class is going to be an interactive learning experience. With that said, I need you to participate. And if you're watching it, participate by typing in the comments. Also, if you need slides, post in the comments that I need slides and we'll get them out to you. I want to do a little exercise with you. There's no right or wrong answers. Take a moment and imagine that you walk into a room. On the left side sits all the love and peace that you and your loved ones could ever use. And on your right sits all the money that you and your loved ones could ever use. What choice do you make and why? If you would choose love and peace, type left in the comments. If you choose money, type right. Now, let's imagine an average American family who's struggling with financial difficulties. This is the Martins. Mr. and Mrs. Martin, along with their 2 children, Lily and Tom, were a low-income family struggling to make ends meet. Despite their tight financial situation, they lacked basic financial literacy and made poor decisions when it came to managing their money. Every month, when Mr. Martin received his paycheck, the family would be excited, imagining all the things that they could buy. They would rush to spend their money on unnecessary items, like the latest gadgets, trendy clothes, and eating out at expensive restaurants. They rarely saved any money for emergencies or future expenses. As time went on, their impulse spending led them deeper into debt. They relied heavily on credit cards that funded their lavish purchases, not realizing the high interest rate that awaited them. Their debts kept piling up, making it increasingly difficult to meet even their basic needs. Mrs. Martin, who handled most of the family's financials, tried to budget at times, but her lack of financial knowledge and planning made it very challenging. She couldn't distinguish between wants and needs, often confusing temporary pleasures for long-term security. Meanwhile, Lily and Tom observed their parents' behavior and thought it was normal to spend without thinking about the consequences. They too fell into the habit of buying unnecessary things, oblivious to the importance of saving and investing wisely. The Martins need some financial literacy classes that can teach them the basics for a strong financial foundation. Many families and individuals feel like the Martins, stressed, overwhelmed, and not sure what to do next. There are 5 key principles of financial literacy that we're going to discuss. They are essential to being financially successful. These 5 principles are earning, spending, saving, borrowing, and protecting money. Starting with earning, we need to understand how to generate income through employment, entrepreneurship, or investments. This includes developing skills, negotiating salaries, and exploring opportunities for growth. With spending, we make conscious decisions about how to allocate money for expenses. This involves budgeting, distinguishing between wants and needs, and practicing mindful spending habits. Savings is setting aside a portion of income for future needs and goals. This includes building an emergency fund, saving for short and long-term goals, and understanding the power of compound interest. Borrowing at its basic is making informed decisions about when to borrow money if it's necessary. This involves understanding types of loans, interest rates, repayment terms, and managing debt responsibly. Protecting your money includes having an appropriate insurance coverage, understanding legal and financial protections, and being vigilant against fraud and scams. The goal of financial literacy education is to empower you with the knowledge and skills needed to make informed decisions based on these principles. By learning about earning, spending, savings, borrowing, and protecting your money, you can develop a holistic understanding of personal finance. This knowledge enables you to navigate the complexities of the financial world, make sound financial choices, and work towards financial goals. By promoting financial literacy, we aim to create a society where you have the confidence and competence to make informed financial decisions that lead you to long-term financial success. Financial literacy plays a crucial role in preventing costly mistakes and preparing for emergencies. It has a significant impact on various aspects of our financial lives. It's key to avoiding high levels of debt and potential consequences of bankruptcy. Financial literacy also helps you make informed decisions about insurance coverage, ensuring you have the adequate protection in case of emergencies. Have you ever seen any financial products advertised this week? Maybe from credit cards or mortgages, investment accounts, or insurance policies. The financial industry offers a wide array of products to cater to various needs. In today's society, financial products and services are everywhere. These products are designed to help individuals manage their money, protect their assets, and grow their wealth. However, the abundance of financial products can be overwhelming, especially for those who lack financial literacy. Understanding how these products work, their terms and conditions, and potential benefits and risk is crucial for making informed decisions and maximizing their values. In the upcoming months, we will go through these topics more in depth. I will be giving you ideas and tools to how you can gain confidence in your financial literacy. Many lack the necessary knowledge and skills to make sound financial decisions, which can have a detrimental impact on their long-term financial success. Financial literacy can lead to poor financial habits, such as overspending or neglecting to plan for retirement. This can lead to a cycle of debt, stress, and limited financial freedom. Additionally, financial illiteracy can result in poor credit management. By addressing these common issues and prioritizing financial education, you can begin to break free from the cycle of financial struggle and achieve long-term financial success. By becoming financially literate, you can avoid these pitfalls and make informed decisions and build a strong financial foundation for a prosperous future. In the comments, tell me if you have seen a financial scam recently, or if you have ever heard about one. What is it? What was it called? Was it an emailing scam? Was it a send us this money back scam? Let me know in the comments. Because by educating oneself about finances, you can recognize common scams, understand how to protect your information, and make informed decisions about financial products and services. Financial literacy empowers you to ask the right questions, conduct due diligence, and avoid falling victim to fraudulent schemes. Investing in your financial education is crucial for achieving long-term financial success. This can be done through various sources, such as books, courses, mentors, and real-life experiences. Continuously seeking out opportunities to gain financial knowledge and staying up to date on the latest trends and strategies is essential. The more you invest in financial education, the greater your chances of achieving your financial goals. Saving money is the key aspect of financial literacy. No matter where you are in life, putting money aside is a valuable lesson to learn. I'm going to tell you a story that you may have heard before, but I'm going to use a few different names. In a quaint town, there lived a wealthy merchant named Mr. Benjamin. He was known for his shrewd business acumen and generosity. One day, before embarking on a long journey, he summoned his three most trusted servants, Thomas, Sarah, and James, and he gathered them in his grand mansion. Mr. Benjamin addressed his servants with a warm smile. My dear friends, I'm about to embark on a journey, and during my absence, I'm entrusting you with my possessions. To Thomas, I gave you 5 talents, to Sarah, 2 talents, and to James, 1. Each of you has been given talents according to your abilities. Thomas, an experienced trader, felt the rush of excitement as he held the 5 talents in his hands. Sarah, a diligent accountant, was grateful for the 2 talents entrusted to her. James, however, received only 1 talent, which he deemed too little compared to his fellow servants. Before departing, Mr. Benjamin reminded them, use these talents wisely, invest them, and make a profit in my absence. As soon as Mr. Benjamin left, Thomas sprung into action. He quickly researched the best trade opportunities, making wise decisions, and doubled his talents. He was filled with joy and excitement at the thought of presenting his master with the 10 talents upon his return. Similarly, Sarah carefully managed her 2 talents. She invested them with prudence and through her meticulous calculation, turned them into 4 talents. James, on the other hand, he allowed fear to cloud his judgment. He was afraid of losing the single talent and decided to bury it in the ground. He convinced himself that he was protecting it for his master's safe return. After the long journey, Mr. Benjamin finally returned and summoned his 3 servants to settle accounts. Thomas confidently approached him, beaming with pride as he presented his 10 talents. Master, you entrusted me with 5 talents, and I have gained 5 more. Mr. Benjamin smiled warmly. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have proven yourself trustworthy over a little, and now I will put you in charge of many things. Share in the joy of your master. Sarah approached next and humbly offered her 4 talents. Master, you entrusted me with 2 talents, and I have gained 2 more. Once again, Mr. Benjamin praised her. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in over a little, and now I will put you in charge of many things. Share in the joy of your master. Finally, James approached hesitantly, clutching the same 1 talent he was given. Master, I knew you to be a harsh and demanding man, reaping where you did not sow. I was afraid, so I buried your talent in the ground. Here, have what is your own. Disappointed, Mr. Benjamin responded sternly, you wicked and lazy servant. If you knew I was a shrewd businessman, you would have at least invested my money with the bankers. Upon my return, I would have received my money back with interest. Mr. Benjamin then turned to Thomas and Sarah. Take the talent away from him and give it to Thomas. Thomas and Sarah were astonished, but Mr. Benjamin explained to them, to those who use what they have been given wisely, more will be given them, and they will be rewarded. But to those who squander their talents, even what they have will be taken away. We can learn a lot from this story. All of us are in different stages of our lives. And like the characters in this story, we have all been been given different talents and abilities. The choice is ours, whether we want to be like James and allow fear to cloud our judgment and keep us from using our talents, or we can be like the other characters who chose to act wisely. If you want to start to act wisely, using your talents, type in the comments wise. Without a show of hand, how many of you feel like it's too late for me to be financially successful? No matter where you are on your journey of finances, it's never too late to start practicing good financial habits and improving financial literacy. Whether you're just starting your financial journey or you're later stages in life, there are always opportunities to learn and make positive changes. By adopting a growth mindset and embracing the idea that it's never too late to improve, you can take small steps towards building your financial literacy and achieving your financial goals. There are 4 basics of financial literacy, which include budgeting, debt management, taking time to evaluate credit, and learning about investment products. Budgeting is a fundamental skill that involves creating a spending plan, tracking expenses, and ensuring that income aligns with expenses. If budgeting is your number one financial issue, type the number 1 in the comments. If debt management, which is another crucial skill that involves understanding different types of debt, developing a strategy to pay off the debt efficiently, and avoid excessive borrowing. If it's debt management that is your number 1 financial issue, type the number 2 in the comments. If evaluating credit and investment products is your number 1 financial issue, then I want you to know that it's also important to make informed decisions. This includes understanding credit scores, interest rates, fees, and terms associated with credit cards, loans, and investment products. So if evaluating credit and investment products is your number 1 financial issue, then type the number 3. So we have 1 for budgeting, 2 for debt management, and 3 for evaluating credit and investments. By developing these skills, you can make sound financial decisions and build a strong foundation for your financial well-being. We are going to start talking about a few different budgeting rules. Whether you have used a budget before or not, I'm sure that some of you and some sort of emotion comes up when you think about it. Maybe you feel stressed, overwhelmed, fear, belittled, or maybe for some of you, you feel excited, challenged, or proud. No matter what the feelings you have, I want you to know that you are not alone in this. There are different ways that we can start to budget. I want to go over a few of the most commonly used. The first budget rule is the 50-30-20 budget, where 50% of your income goes towards needs and which are essential expenses like housing, utilities, transportation, groceries. The 30% is allocated towards wants, which include discretionary expenses like dining out, entertainment, shopping, which leaves some room for enjoyment and lifestyle choices. And 20% of your income towards savings and debt repayment, allowing you to build an emergency fund and save for retirement and pay off any outstanding debt. The second rule is the 70-20-10 budget. This sets aside 70% to cover your essential expenses, 20 towards savings and debt repayment, and 10 is allocated towards wants, providing some flexibility for discretionary spending. The next rule is the 10-40-30-20 budget, where the first 10% is set aside for your tithes and offering. 40% of net towards your needs, such as, again, housing, food, utilities, debt. 30 to your wants, such as personal care, giving to others, entertainment. and 20% to savings and investments. The last budget type is the zero-based budget. To set up a zero-based budget, you start by taking your income and ensuring that all of your expenses add up to this amount. In other words, your income minus your expenses equals zero. For example, if you take $2,000 income and you have $2,000 expenses, the equation would be 2,000 minus 2,000 equals zero. The concept behind the zero-based budget is to give every dollar a purpose or a name. You allocate your income to different categories and expenses, leaving no money unassigned. Personally, I find the zero-based budget method effective because it allows me to choose the percentage amounts to allocate based on my own priorities. It requires discipline since every dollar has a specific purpose. Zero-based budgeting is particularly beneficial if you have a low income. By assigning all your money before you receive it, you can avoid wasting money and falling into the trap of unplanned spending. Remember, though, the key is to find a budget approach that works best for you and aligns with your financial goals. Out of these 4 budget types, which one would you feel fits the best for your financial goals? Please post a comment for which one you are willing to try. No matter what one of the rules that you want to try, there's one thing for certain. You must protect your 4 walls. These 4 walls, if you can't pay your bills and are having a hard time making ends meet, these 4 walls should be what you spend on first and in this order: food, utilities, shelter, and then transportation. These 4 walls are the most important to sustain life. It doesn't mean that they need to be extravagant. However, making sure that they are taken care of will provide some relief for financial stress. Let's take a look back at the Martin family and see how their life has changed with some financial education. One day, a financial literacy workshop was organized in their community. A kind neighbor invited the Martins to attend, hoping it would make them improve their financial situation. Initially hesitant, the Martins eventually agreed to go. During the workshop, the Martins learned about budgeting, savings, investing, and the importance of distinguishing between wants and needs. They discovered ways to cut down on unnecessary expenses and started planning for their future. The children were particularly interested and asked many questions about how they could secure a better financial future. Over time, the Martins implemented the lessons they learned from the workshop. They started tracking their expenses, creating a budget, and saving a portion of their income. They made informed financial decisions about avoiding debt and making wiser choices about their purchases. As the months passed, the Martins' financial situation began to improve. They paid off their debts gradually and built an emergency fund to protect them from unexpected expenses. Lily and Tom started to save their pocket money, understanding the value of delayed gratification. Through the journey of financial literacy, the Martins not only stabilized their finances, but also strengthened their family bond. They supported each other in new financial habits and found joy in achieving their financial goals. I encourage each and every one of you to take action and embark on your journey towards financial literacy. Start by educating yourself about basic financial concepts such as budgeting, savings, and investing. Seek out resources, books, online courses, and reputable financial websites to expand your knowledge and understanding. Take small steps, such as creating a budget and tracking your expenses and setting financial goals. Remember, financial literacy is a lifelong journey, and every step you take brings you closer to your financial empowerment. Remember, your journey of financial learning is ongoing, the earlier you start, the more you can benefit in the long run. Before coming to this training, you were just beginning your financial journey. Now, since you've taken this class, you've had the introduction to personal finance. And as you can see on the slide, there are many different topics to learn about that will help you on your path to achieving your financial milestones. Whether you are on this wherever you are on this financial literacy continuum, there is time and steps that you can take to moving forward. Thank you for joining me today. I'm greatly honored to be a part of your financial journey. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. For more resources and tools, I have a limited number of downloads that I offer each month on my website. So if you're interested in getting these resources, click the link in the comments. Don't delay though, because once the limit has been reached, you'll have to wait until next month to download them. Before we go, I want to leave one last statement. Let's start making smarter choices with our money. Who's in? Let's talk. Have a great day.